Welcome back to the channel. Today we have that documentary that I spoke about in Life of the Madman, where he interviews me plus another two other people all about the car scene. Don't forget to go and have a look at his Instagram and give him a follow. Enjoy the video, people. We'll catch you soon.
That's really cool skill.
Doing good, so you can't miss Brown, mate, well done.
That's really cool. Look, that's really cool sending it. That's you and that. That's decent. Look at that. Passion for cars, like being on a thrill ride on a thrill seeker, on a roller coaster. You've got your pride and joy. You want to show it off here. You want to scream and shout about it. If we didn't have social media, it'd be all text messaging. In this day and age, it's obviously secret messages, people posting up, showing off what they've seen. And who wouldn't want to show something off like this? It's amazing. I don't do it all the time. I do what I can just to get the crowd pleasing. As long as if no one's doing anything, I'll send it myself just to get other people doing it. Once other people start doing it, the crowd's going wild. And you see it. Everyone runs to their cars wanted to try and do it. Chatting. That is community spirit. Everyone's talking, no one's dissing no one, everyone's smiling, everyone's oh, go get your car, go send it, egging each other on. And if you can't do it, everyone will laugh and cheer them on at the end of the day. Please come down here, I think that it's ridiculous. At the end of the day, we're coming here, we're just trying to have a bit of fun here. We're not breaking no laws as such, we're trying to keep it in close net contact without the wider public being endangered. No one's to be down here, everyone's sensible. They all know to be like, stand away from the car. If you get hit, it's your fault for being too near it. I tend to keep the crowds in. When people want to bugger off as a police turn up, I was like, wait, what are they going to do to you? If you ain't doing nothing wrong, there's no point in going. Why complain? What did you do back in your day? Come on, there's got to be something you did that's thrill seeking and exciting and that you shouldn't have done. We shouldn't be doing it, but as you can see, people here, people are enjoying it. It brings the community together and everyone's smiling and happy, not everyone's going away like having a good time.
The reason I bought this car was, you know, I absolutely love my Z cars, like Japanese definitely, Nissan definitely, and in the past I've had a 350Z, a 370Z, and I thought, well, I've always fancied the first Z car, so I went with the 240Z. I got into cars when I was young, kind of watching kind of videos on the internet, and it was always like old BMWs and so on, and just started loving cars. And then it must have been the first Fast and Furious film that came out that really kind of set it off. Like that, when I watched that, it kind of really got me into like modifying, and then yeah, it kind of just escalated. It's so enjoyable. It brings a smile to my face every time. It's just so much fun. It's really raw, old school feel. There's no traction control. There's no computers telling you to like kicking in, doing anything. It's just you, the car, and the road, and it's just so enjoyable. It's just old. You can smell the fuel. It does have its rattles, but it feels like a little go-kart in a way. It's so nice to kind of get away. Like I find, even this evening, just coming out, bringing the car out, taking it for a drive, it's kind of my release after work. So you kind of switch your day off, and then you can go out and you get out in the fresh air, in the nice weather, enjoy the car, and just enjoy your hobby, and it's a complete getaway. You could see the police car in the distance blocking it off, and they just carried on and drifting on the island. And I think there's a difference between doing it in maybe a less risky place to where there's not public, to maybe somewhere that is quieter, and okay, it may not be the law, but actually, you know, it's somewhere where you can gather and have fun. I could not believe I spent that much money on something that does not run, and I was like, this is bad. The reason I bought it was because I kind of really wanted to learn like how to do stuff to a car, which in the past I'd always paid a garage to do things to my car. If I wanted to modify it, pay a garage to do it. But actually I really wanted to learn how to do it myself. So bought this, and local garage round the corner, I asked them, I said, I've got a project but I really want to learn how to do it. Would you help me? And they said, yeah, of course, like a family run garage. When I bought it, I had it on my driveway over winter, like just stripping it, under sealing it in the freezing cold, and then I said to them about it, and they said, "I'll bring it round." They put it on a ramp outside their garage and they said, you come and work on it whenever you want. Here's some keys to our yard, which I thought was like amazing, and they taught me everything.
Well, I'm Glenn, and always been into cars for many years. As you can tell, I play around with cars most of the time, and I also do a YouTube channel. Welcome back to Mad Life's Idiot in His Garage series. So I've been into cars pretty much as soon as I could walk. As soon as I passed my test, I started messing about with cars. I went to a few car shows a few years back, but now it's only been sort of like probably the last 10 or 15 years that I've actually properly got into the scene. Going to a few meets. I very rarely go to the evening meets, it's more the daytime ones, because I like to see what people have done to their car and how everything is going on. An extension of your personality. This is what I can do. I mean, it's all big showing off and stuff like that, which is pretty much my personality. I'm loud, as you can probably hear from the filming. I'm a little bit obnoxious occasionally. This car is basically the extension of me and a bit more. And I think that's why people modify their cars, to be standing out from the crowd, being themselves. I got this about 2.5 years ago now. It was 100% stock. It had only 22,000 miles on the clock. And as you can see, over the last 2 years, I've bought a lot of different things to the car. All of the bits and pieces I do all myself, including the painting, the airbrushing, all the body kit stuff, stereo equipment, absolutely everything. How much time have I invested in this car? Well, my wife would definitely say way too much time, but pretty much over the last 2 years, I've probably, if I haven't been working on the car, I've been designing stuff, I've been trying to work stuff out, I've been searching for stuff. So probably in the last 2 years, most of it, I do put a lot of effort into my cars. Chock-a-block full of bits and pieces and parts for different cars and all sorts, and a very sneaky door. Yeah, so this is kind of, it looks really messy, but obviously it's not normally messy when I'm painting, but this is where I paint. You can see the lighting's not amazing in here, but I do have new lighting now. Yeah, so this is my workshop. It was a lovely summer house, without the red on the walls where I've painted. As you can see, there's shells up on the top and bits and pieces as well. It was very nice, but when we moved in, didn't have a garage, didn't have a carport, and kind of the deal with me and my wife was that I would take this over and this would be my workshop and all my rubbish stays in here. Most of it stays in here, some of it ends up in the house, but yeah, so this is where I come and mess around and paint and whatever I'm going to do. I'll be in here evenings, weekends, pretty much any time I can normally get in here. This is only a little bit of my tools. I've got tools down the other end, so I don't have to keep moving them backwards and forwards. But, well, probably people wouldn't go to this length. Maybe I'm a bit of a crazy person or a fanatic, I don't know, but I like it. It's keeps me out of trouble, apparently. You used to get at the car meets people doing all sorts of crazy bits and pieces, but the police have kind of got onto this now, and they've really cracked down, I think, on the evenings, which is another reason why I don't really attend them. It is a really shame that it has declined and you don't get the evening meets like they used to be. I do think it would be nice. I went over to America recently, and their way of dealing with it is they give you an area to deal with. And actually the area we're in now, a local group to us, actually use this as a meeting point. And they've done drifting around here, and I believe the local law enforcement know all about it, because it comes over all Facebook and everything like that. When you're going along with all your friends going down dual carriageways and the motorways going to shows and bits and pieces, there's just nothing quite like it. It's almost like, using a really bad pun from Fast and Furious, it's like having family, isn't it? You're cruising along and all your mates are around you, and it's just perfect.